Coach, congratulations. It was a nice win for the Cardinals.
Yeah, thanks.
Can you start us off with an opening comment, please?
I thought for really about, I thought it was our best defensive performance of the year, especially certainly the first half and really the first 8 or 9 minutes of the second half. I thought our defense was outstanding, and in that sense, it was like a complete game for us. So I was really pleased with the efforts, and I told the guys that that's something we have to be able to build off of having that type of defensive effort. We've scored the ball plenty of times this year, and we did again tonight, but the difference in this game and some of the other ones was our defense was better.
Absolutely. And does a game like this, I mean, you talk about defense, but the offense was clicking and shot over 50%. Does a game like this just kind of show what this team can do on a good day?
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the locker room. It's just, we have to be, a team that can be really good on both sides of the ball. And we're going to have games where we don't score it as well, and games we give up more. But I think trying to build our defense up to a more consistent level, and I thought our defensive performance tonight was really on par. I think having Trey back helps us a lot because he makes us bigger, and we played him and Tajay tonight for the first time together, and it gave us more size in there. And Aaron Brennan was 3 for 11, and Evan Hall was 2 for 8 from the field. And their 2 front court players were 5 for 19. And I thought us having more size in there, being a little tougher to score on in and around the basket, I thought that was a big difference for us.
You talked about on Tuesday how you guys would get a day off Wednesday and then kind of be fully rested come today. Did you feel like today's performance reflected that?
Yeah, and what I really felt like we had good practices Thursday and Friday. Matter of fact, 2 of our better practices of the year. And it doesn't always lead to the great performance. It's coach's dream when that does happen because you can say, look at the way we practiced, look at the way we played. But that's the rhythm that gets thrown off when you're traveling a lot is you're all over the place and you're tired and you're not able to kind of really find quality practice time. And this allows us to kind of get in a rhythm and consistently practice. And we're like every other team. We have a lot of things to work on. And so I thought we were fresh for Thursday, fresh for Friday, and I thought that helped us both win the game, but also helped us work on things that we really needed time to work on.
And then you guys have 7 different guys in 20-plus minutes today, and you're talking about running with Teague and Moses together, and then I noticed Taylor Persons and Ish were also out there on the court together. Is this team kind of finding itself? I know you're trying to find the pieces, and it's starting to find itself.
Yeah, it's one of the things that for us, that for me it's a good problem to have. I have 10 guys that all in different games, different guys have emerged in positive ways. And last game Francis didn't play, and this game he did, and that made a big difference. But we have 10 guys that I have confidence in, and whether that'll last the whole year or not, I don't know. But it's a lot easier to shrink your rotation than it is to grow it. That's one thing that through experience, we need a chance for all these guys to develop. It's still early in the year, and we'll see where it looks in January, February, March. I don't have the answer to that right now, but we have a lot of guys that are capable of playing and helping us. So.
You guys have struggled with IUPUI. I think they've moved forward the last 5 meetings. Does this dominating win like this kind of show some progress?
I think so, but I don't think you make too much out of any one game. Hey, you know what? Last year we went, whatever it was, 0-4 against the state, but we also won 11 conference games, which is the most Ball State had won in 15 years. And you know what? This year, if we go 4-0 or 3-0 or whatever we might do in those games, and we don't do as well, you can just kind of each one tells a piece of the puzzle, and it's really about the entire body of work that really matters. And I feel like we've shown a lot of progress. The 42 wins in the last 2 years. Again, that's the most that's happened around here since 2001. I think we've shown that. And if we would have won the game or lost the game, that is just one piece to the puzzle. It's a good win for us, and I think their dominance over us is reflective of where they've been and where we've been. And, hopefully that tide turns, at least on our end. I know we've gotten a lot better, but they're doing a good job too, so we'll see where it goes. But I think with all these games, I think they all matter, but I think I'm a little reluctant to just make it about in-state. Look, we have 13 non-conference games, and they all matter. And we're trying to put together the best non-conference we can do, and then we'll move on and and to the next one. So each one tells a piece of the puzzle, but not any bigger than that, in my opinion. If that makes sense.
And you talked about, we talked earlier, 2-4 to start, had 2 games that kind of could swing either way. I know the record really didn't matter much and still might not, but how nice is it to kind of string together 3 wins in a row here?
It's good. I was just telling someone that, look, I know when we go to Oklahoma and Oregon, it doesn't mean that much to me, but, they're 18, 19, 20. So in my eyes, if we play well and don't win, I usually feel pretty good. But the outside world isn't telling them that's good. So I think it's psychologically those games can be much harder on your team. I thought we played really well at Dayton. I thought we played really well at Bucknell. I thought we did a lot of good things on the road trip. But I think in the minds of the players, that's what I have to worry about is they're thinking, oh, no, we're 1-4. Well, look, it's really about how much better are we getting, and from a coaching standpoint, I thought we did some good things, and so it's good. I think they need it. They need it a lot more than we do as coaches. The outside validation of how much progress you've really made from October 15th to now. And so I think it's good. And, this is a game we should win. IUPUI at home, it's nothing against them. They're a really good program, but it's a home game for us. And we're not going to win all of them, but that's a game for us that it's not the same as playing at Oklahoma or at Oregon, obviously.
You guys get another one Tuesday in a big arena there. It's a big time program. Do you feel like you guys are more equipped at this point in the season than you were earlier when you were playing?
I hope so, and I don't really know the cause of it, but I felt like the 2 games that we haven't played well in my eyes is I thought at Oklahoma we were a disaster. And I thought at Oregon, we had some stretches. We were better than we were against Oklahoma, but still, all in all, wasn't a good performance for us. And so I'm hoping we can play better. And we're more than capable of, putting together the upset victory against anyone. It's college basketball. We've all seen them. They happen. And we're capable of being one of those teams. But I want to play better than we did in each of those games. Those are really the only 2 games, to me, of the 8 that we've played that I would look at and say, especially Oklahoma, I thought we're a better team than we showed in that night. So I hope we continue to make progress. We have a really hard week. We got that game, and then we got Valpo, who's 8-0, coming in here. But that's part of it. So it's 2 big games for us, and hopefully we'll be ready.
Are you watching our game at all on TV?
I have not yet. The staff has, because they alternate scouts. So the guy who's scouting it talked to me a little bit about them, but I'll start watching them tonight, and we'll practice tomorrow, and we'll start preparing for them.
Anything else? All right, Coach. Thanks
All right.
a lot.
Thanks,
Appreciate you
guys.
coming.